Hey y'all, I just finished a scrapbooking page and I thought I would work on a swap. The swap for April, the color is teal, so you can do anything teal. It needs to be at least two layers. So what I thought I would do, I looked through some of my stamps and stuff, and I found a set of arrow stamps that I really like from maybe Altenew. Let's see. Well, this one's from Altenew. I think this one might be as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I've got some teal paper, and I'm going to emboss in black. So I've got my VersaFine Clair. So what I thought I would do is make like a sentiment that you could include, and then a few extra arrows. So I'm going to stamp this and just include a little set of arrows. And then I've stamped it in black, and now I'm going to add embossing powder. And just clear some of this up. All right, so here I'm just doing the next stamping, and I'm trying to optimize my time by stamping, then applying the powder, and then stamping the next one, applying the powder, and trying not to mess it up in between, and then just using the heat gun on two pieces. So this didn't take that long. It's pretty fast. I wasn't perfect in my alignment of things. It probably would have been much more efficient had I just lined these up close to each other, and then I would have probably had a little bit better space to do the other arrows that I wanted to do, but it all worked out fine in the end. But in some cases, I didn't leave enough space below them to do it. So now what I'm going to do is take these other two arrow shapes, and I'm going to do them in clear, not black, because I still want them to be teal. So I'm just using my watermark, and I am stamping it twice. And I will also confess that for the rest of these, I didn't use my stamp platform. I just used an acrylic block for a lot of these. So I'm going to go off and heat emboss them. And so here I think I'm back, and they're heat embossed. A miracle occurred there. And I think it's hard to tell. Here we go. So you can see that the color didn't change a lot because it's just the clear. Now, I will also say that on some of them, for some reason, I don't know if it was the other side of the paper or what, but some of them did come out where they looked like they changed color. So I had a mix of different ones. So here I'm just, I guess, admiring my work. I don't know. And I'm going to fussy cut them. So my first step, I'm trying to do this pretty simply since I have to make 8 copies of everything. So I'm just trimming down close to the text and the arrow. And then I'm going to use the scissors, and I'm trying to get them even on both sides because it just will look better when I do the next step. And then I'm going to cut the front and the back end and just shape them a little bit. Now there's a few more that I did a little bit more fussy cutting on, where I actually went in and followed the shape of the arrow. But that's what I did for most of them. So I just have to repeat that 7 more times, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to fussy cut these arrows. So I use my fussy cutting scissors here, which are they're Fiskars and they're spring back scissors. And I really like them for fussy cutting. They're not too short a blade. And it fits in my hand well, and I don't have to, put my fingers through little crampy holes. So I do ink all of these items just so they can stand out a little bit more. And I'm using the black soot Distress Oxide for them. I think it's Distress Oxide. Might be Distress Ink. And then one more. So I'm trying to get, a variety of arrow shapes, but that still look good together. So nothing too chunky, if you will, or anything like that. So, but this is not the end of the project. Once I've done this amount, I decide it needs a little extra something. So we're going to cut some more arrows out of pattern paper that coordinates. So what I'm thinking at this point is this is a set, and then I decide it's just not enough. It's not enough. But this counts as actually 3 layers. So I've got the paper, the embossing, and the ink. So those are 3 layer items. And the requirement is to have 2 layers. So that's what I'm thinking is my set, but that's going to change in just a minute. So stay tuned. Okay, so I have completed all of the first set of arrows. So I have these, 8 of these, and then I have 8 of these skinny ones. Actually, I have 9, so somebody's going to get an extra. Ooh, this one's not inked. I did ink all of them except this one, So those are ready, but I'm like, okay, it's not really enough. I'm not happy enough with it. So I have this fun paper. I always like to include something with some designer paper. And after fussy cutting all of these, I found I had looked for it and I couldn't find it, my die cuts that go with the stamp set. So that was kind of a waste. But I picked the ones that are bulkier. So I'm just going to go cut 8 of these, and I'll be back and figure out how we're going to get that second layer on them. Okay, I've gone off. I've cut these. I need to ink them all. And then I was looking at my brand new sequins that I got from Sizzix, a whole yellow thing, and there's these orangey ones that match the orange paper in here. And there are these little teeny tiny sequins in there. So I've pulled some of them out And I think that might be a cute second layer because everything should have 2 layers. So I've got paper and embossing on these, and then we're just going to include, so this becomes a set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is one set for one person. Thanks, you guys. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and go over to Ginger's Corner to join a swap. Thanks a lot.